If we accept lies big and bold, or we forget we live on Avery Road.
Hello, everybody.
We live on Avery Road. Should be easy to see.
Hello, fan.
This could be you, could be me. We shouldn't sit by idly, accepting everything that we are told. I live on Avery Road. I live on Avery Road. Avery Road.
Just hang on. That's all you have to do, hang on.
Hi, Sharon. Hi, Survivor.
Oh, Mama and Papa Avery, I said this once for you, just letting you know the world can see what they have put you through, not that we could ever fathom or try to imagine the depth of your pain. But the case was a sham, the trial was a scam, the DA, he's a legal stain. I said, Mama and Papa Avery, we stand with you, no matter what the state says. Oh, their lies we see through, because the blood, it was a planet, the car was a planet, Sam William Henry 582. The bones, they were planted, the bullet, yeah, planted, the key in the bedroom too. I said, Mama and Papa Avery, we send our love to you, just letting you know we can't see what they did and continue to do. Oh, Mama and Papa Avery, said this once for you, just letting you know the world can see what they have put you through.
Well, no worries, Sapper Cop. It's about to get livened up, obviously. So, all right. Hello, everybody. How you doing? Live first time since rally, getting home from rally. Now, just to explain what happened, I was planning to try to do something yesterday, but turns out that Austin Straubel, I was trying to go through TSA there. One of the TSA officers put my bag back together. I don't know if the TSA officer confiscated a charging cable of mine or accidentally dropped it and didn't realize, but it's gone, so I no longer have it, which is bummer. So I got footage stuck on my GoPro right now that I can't use. But beyond that, I didn't get home from work last night until like 9:30. It was ridiculous. So, and I got in the night before that. I got in at about, my plane landed at 12:30. I finally got off the plane. They finally started letting us off the plane about 1. Got out off the plane about 1. I had to take an Uber to get home and stuff. And dude, it was rough. I had a little bit of sleep. Ended up working like a really long day. It was crazy. So I didn't get anything up yesterday, but today was a little bit better. I got home at a little bit of a normal time. So we can go ahead and talk a little bit about stuff. So yeah, I won't be able, it's a bummer. I have a bunch of footage stuck on my GoPro right now that I'm going to have to go get another cable so that I'll be able to plug it in and get the footage off of it, which is a bummer. So, but I do have a bunch of other stuff on my phone. So I got some things to upload anyway. So that's what I had going on yesterday. That's why I didn't do it. I wasn't able to do anything yesterday. But so anyway, so Rally 2019 just was a blast. Was just phenomenal. We had a lot of people out there showing their support, and not only that. I mean, you listen to Mom and Papa Avery when he talks about the world stands with you and stuff like that. Well, we had a London rally, we had a Philly rally, we had I believe one in, I think, Oregon, but there was multiple rallies. Those of you who get on Facebook and even Twitter, you'll be able to follow some of the people and see a lot of pictures from them. I've seen them all over Facebook. It's phenomenal just to see all these different places. London and Philly particularly had pretty large rallies going for Making a Murder for Stephen and Brendan. And so, and then Manitowoc, we had the one there in Manitowoc, and that one was pretty big. It was pretty lively, even when the rain came. The rain came, and all people did is went to their cars and got bigger jackets or rain jackets or whatever to help deal with the rain, and then they're right back out and stuff. It was, even the rain couldn't stop it. So that was another thing that was pretty cool about it. It was just a lot of fun. Besides, I mean, we were in me and the other members of the wrecking crew were all in a little house that was basically right on the lake. It was pretty cool. I didn't get a chance to play, but it had a little frisbee golf course, a little 3-hole frisbee golf course, or I think 3 or 4-hole frisbee golf course that kind of went around the house. And anyway, it was funny. So, but it was really cool, man. Just a really cool view of Lake Michigan there. And so it was a lot of fun. We had a blast. I advise everybody to go over to Denise Rainey's channel. Let me see. I'm sure Ahmad will give you a link here in a minute. Denise Rainey's channel. Go over there. Check it out. She's uploading a bunch of funny clips of footage that she got while we were there at the rally house. She has a lot of footage from a lot of things. And she was uploading some stuff today that I think you guys might find amusing. So make sure you go check out Denise Rainey's channel because she's uploading some funny stuff too. Yeah, so it was a lot of fun. I mean, now what I did was I got there on Friday morning. Okay, so I got in. We landed about 9:30. I had my rental car and was driving out of the airport in Green Bay a little bit before 10. And I went straight to Neenah, actually. I went straight to Neenah, a little place called Eagle Nation Cycles. I went there first, and we did a little thing there and did what was supposed to be a 25-minute live video and ended up uploading as a 5-minute live video, which was a bummer. So don't worry, I've fixed that. I have redone that entire video, basically that entire thing, but I have it recorded on my GoPro and on my phone. So I have 2 copies of it now, so I'll be uploading that entire thing. So then spent a great day there. Steve Arado made me and other members of the wrecking crew that showed up, Linda, Wanda, Jamie, Don Ethan showed up, and oh my gosh, the name's escaping me, but a very nice couple from Colorado, I believe it was, and they were there with their kids, and it was awesome because they came in and they were just going to say hi and run out, but but they were saying, oh no, the kids are in the car and they're kind of sick or whatever, or something like that, and the people there, Kay Reitz and Steve were like, no, bring them in. There's kids here, and oh, they're probably just because of the journey. Don't worry about it. It's probably nothing, and whatever. And then so they all ended up coming in, and everybody had because Steve was making spaghetti, and anyways, it was really, really cool experience over at Eagle Nation Cycles, talking with those folks before I ever even got into Manitowoc. So that's what I was kind of doing. So I was actually doing two different things actually. So while I was there, I was dealing with both things, the rally, and I was also trying to do some really cool stuff with Eagle Nation about the Michael Funk case. So left there eventually, and then went to the rally house, and then we spent the night just, oh my God. Like I said, you'll be able to go over to Denise Rainey's channel and see some of the funny moments, some of the highlights of the wrecking crew in the, what's it called? The real world Manitowoc, right? the wrecking crew in real world Manitowoc. Anyway, so you'll get to see some of those videos that Denise is uploading, so they're pretty funny. All right, let's look at the chat here a little bit. By the way, this is my rally shirt, my Wrecking Crew rally t-shirt. What's up, Travis? See here. Hello, Hinda Sound. Denise's videos, I like to watch the real world 40 years later. Yeah. Real world nursing home edition. We all live on Avery Road. Yep. All right, Scott. And let's see. I would talk, but I am too shy. Enjoy everything you all put out. Hey, Mr. Jamie, you are just down the road. I don't know what that means. Let's see here. Even Stacy was singing. Yeah, Stacy was singing out in front of the courthouse, and Convicting a Murderer was recording him doing it. That was interesting too. Hey, Jamie, I was saying hey to Randolph Jamie. Randolph Jamie. Paul's doing a Barry White for Eunice. Yeah. Hey there, Trav. What's up, buddy? Leave it to me to send sun hats to a rainy day. I know, Travis. Let's see, Paul and Eunice dancing on my heart. So cool. Yeah. To see that. Did anybody film singing? Let's see. I think did I get a little bit of it? I don't know. I have to check. I know Julie, I think, has some. She indicated she has some, but she's currently driving across country. So we're going to let her get into a little bit more, maybe home possibly before we worry too much about her trying to post video. So anyway, that's basically where that's at. But there is, I believe, some of it, yes. And like I said, when Convicting a Murderer comes out, you may get to see it through their cameras. I'm pretty sure it was Convicting a Murderer. It was. I'll put it this way: I didn't see a second film crew. So and the way that I'll put it this way: the questions they were asking kind of led me to believe that they were. It's the questions that they asked kind of made me think, yeah, okay, these guys got to be convicting a murderer. You better, Michelle Sanders. Or when the release party, right? Mm-hmm. Was there any local news crews at the rally? I believe I don't remember. I think there was. I don't know. It was busy. I forget, and it got rainy. Yeah, I'm not sure if I did or not because the rain. I think the rain. it was threatening to rain the whole time, and then when it actually did for a point, but fortunately it was only about 10 minutes. But that 10 minutes might have been enough to scare people off normally, but not these ralliers. It was awesome. I don't think a film crew can lie about who they are, or they won't be able to use any of that footage. I didn't say they lied. I just, yeah. I thought I saw a local news cam talking to Paul. No, that would probably be the same. I'm not even going to say it's convicting. Even though I know by their questions it was, but I'm just going to go ahead and say a film crew just to avoid any whatever here. So starting to save my pennies. I'm not missing out. Big pat on the back for your interview. Thank you, Sharon. Let's see. I'm surprised MEM crew wasn't there. I'm late for the chat. Well, they probably haven't gotten going yet. You know what I mean? And they're probably waiting for more developments to determine what they can do for a third part, right? I mean, I don't know. The way I see it, there's still some moving parts or some things that need to develop probably before they can do something. That film crew told Stacy that they were students doing a doc on social media. They can't use the footage. They can't use the footage if that is not who they were. Oh, okay, right. Got it. Scott, I don't know why. Or at least I just gave you my best explanation. Bobby was dressed up as Luigi, and he was pretty loud, and he was involved. Or not Bobby, sorry. Brad was. Bobby wasn't there. I didn't see Bobby. Make me behave. I'm working overtime here. I'm late, but you are welcome, and your Amazon package arrived. How is Dolores? Dolores was good. She has a new puppy, and they look pretty happy together. So I'm late, but you are welcome. See, was MEM at previous rallies? Yes, all of them. It's a shame. I think Scott knows better by now. So I got, footage on my phone from when I first got to rally. I went ahead and pulled my phone out and just started taking footage of all the people that were there, just panning around it and showing all the people there. There was this really cool banner that had been made where I'm not sure who, I'm actually not 100% sure who made it, but they had rolled it out. It's a really long, it was almost, you'd think red carpet kind of long, you know what I mean? This really long, and it had all the flags of the different nations around the world that have supporters of Brendan and Steven and stuff, right? So, and they had this, and it was all laid out right in front of the courthouse steps. That was pretty interesting. You can see pictures of all this stuff, I think, on Twitter and Facebook. If you get into the Stephen Avery and Brendan Dassey groups, you will see these pictures all there too as well. But Kathleen Zellner tweeted all of us standing in front of the Avery Road sign. She tweeted it, and that banner that I was just talking about is actually in front of a bunch of the supporters there in the picture. So anyway. Flag banner can be seen in the group photo in front of the Avery Salvage sign. Yes, just said that. Did you talk to Scott and Barb? I did not talk to Scott. I actually barely saw Scott at the end of the party on Saturday, and it was I saw Barb, yes, and I talked to Barb, yes, but I did not interview Barb. I talked to her a little bit while I was live. And I talked, that was about it. I think a lot of you, first off, let's slow the truck down right now. Okay. When I opened up this video, I explained to all of you exactly how much time I've had in the last 2 days. And trust me, I had even less of it when I was in Wisconsin. Okay. So I have not been able to review these tapes that everybody's all excited about, these recordings. I haven't been able to review them yet. So you're not really going to get much from me on that. If you expect me to be angry or whatever because of what's in those things, I don't know, because I haven't read it. I haven't heard it yet. So if all of you expected me to tear into Barb, I'll tell you what, you may be barking up the wrong tree, because if there needs to be more than just guesses. So like I said, I haven't listened to it yet, so I have to listen to it for myself, but I'm not about to try and do something against Brendan's mom, dude. That would be ridiculous unless there's hardcore proof that she actually did something, which I've yet to see. Now, what is interesting about some of these tapes, I did hear about one interesting thing in these tapes that I think works very much in Brendan's favor, and that is that it turns out that the day that Brendan was helping clean up the garage with Steven was actually the 30th, October 30th, according to these calls. And I got this from somebody who I trust in their interpretation. Like I said, still haven't heard it myself, but that would be a huge problem, because this is all supposed to have taken place on the 31st, and then Brendan was supposed to be helping Steve clean that up on the 31st. So you see the obvious problem. You can't clean up a message, or you can't clean up a mess that's going to happen on the 31st on the 30th. I mean, that's just the way it works. I mean, you know what I mean? Unless it's just, space-time continuum be damned, that is a huge problem, and that works very much in Brendan's favor, if in fact these tapes do say that. So there's going to be whatever. I got to go through them. Definitely, you guys can expect that I will cover them. But no, I did not go after Barb in any way. I was nice to Barb. I talked to Barb during a live. You guys can go and review it yourself. I spoke to her at the party a little bit, and look, that's about what happened. There's going to be a lot of footage probably from that party. People probably posted some things because everybody there had an iPhone. If you go onto the Facebook groups and Twitter, and start following MAM and making a murder and stuff, you'll start to see all this stuff, right? If you aren't there already, right? So there's going to be a lot of footage in that party, and then that party is Barb is. A lot of people are there. I believe Brad was even at the party too. Like I said, Brad Dassey was there at Rally. He was dressed up as Luigi. It was so funny. When I saw him, I was like, oh, whoa, Luigi. It was like funny. And he just kind of looked at me and smiled, right? And he was out there being very loud, and he was chanting the loudest, and leading chants and stuff. So he was doing a lot. He's really, he really supports his brother. And like I said, it was very entertaining to see him dressed up as Luigi. That was kind of funny. So anyways, all right. Rusty Shackelford, there is apparently some new recordings that are from the telephone calls of Stephen and Jody from the 30th and the 31st of October 2005. The ones we hear talk of. Because Jody was calling Steven on the 31st and they were talking to each other. So it's supposedly these calls. So I have not got to listen to them yet, but that's what I'm referring to. So yeah, there's no DeLorean. Exactly. Need to find a time warp in Manitowoc. That discussion is not welcome here. It's deemed disrespectful. I only heard them Friday and Saturday, Michelle. Freedom of speech isn't allowed in America. Let's see. I just keep hearing people say they've only just been released, but that's not true. Well, for whatever reason, I've always been curious to hear them, but never knew they were available. So I'm curious to see. Anyway, send me a link, Michelle Saunders. Send me a link to it, because I'm not today, but most likely tomorrow or the next day, I am going to sit down and go through it. I just couldn't do it. I hated that it all dropped right when I got to Wisconsin. Suddenly I'm seeing tweets and things going, oh crud, what is this? I didn't have time to. I didn't have time to do anything. Rusty, my mods are warning you. Okay, so just a little friendly reminder, they're warning you. And just, you've said it. Okay, everybody got it. Okay, are we good? All right. Your opinion is fine. You offered it now. You just want to keep re-offering it, Rusty. You just want to keep regurgitating at this point. You've offered it. Are we done? Are we good? Can we go? Can we move on in this video now, Rusty? I'm trying to be nice and trying to tell you to just please get along with my moderators. Okay? Nobody's curbing your freedom of speech. That is very insulting. Okay? All right, moving on. That's still being debated. No one has confirmed whether the defense has these calls. Not bitter at all. I'm not being rude. Well, all right. I listened to the 3 recordings, and then when no one was talking about it, I never continued listening, kicking myself that I never forwarded it here or to Discord now. Yeah, well, we'll look into it and we'll check it out, you know. Well, you would hope so, but they haven't planned it yet, Scott. You know what I mean? Last time Making a Murderer came out, it was they didn't decide quickly then either. But back then they had Zellner signing on. There was a lot of reasons, so they did it. They moved forward. This time, they're not sure what it's going to have yet. What's going to be in MAM3 yet? They're not sure yet. Obviously, there's stuff about the bones, but can they do an entire thing about just that? I mean, they're kind of maybe waiting to see where things kind of develop, possibly. So, what did you think about the timing of KZ visit to Waupun and Steven's letter? I don't even know what you're talking about, Travis. So that's how detached I've been from Twitter and stuff, you know, this weekend. And like I said yesterday, I didn't get home till 9:30. So why should they be there? They're a documentary business, not the news business. Right. That's what I'm saying, Travis. Basically, there you go. Yes, but should have footage of rally. Yeah, well, there's a whole bunch of it being uploaded, and they could easily, and it's been uploaded, publicly by people, so they can sample that and use that to show it if they have to. Okay, I'm not really worried about it. Let's see what happens in the case. I'm more worried about what happens in the case than I'm worried about what a couple of film directors are doing right now. I mean, love to see them do a part 3, but I think right now they're waiting and they're wanting to see what more developments are going to happen. Maybe a little bit, maybe Brendan will have a very interesting or helpful development. You know what I mean? I think they're just sitting back to see what develops at this point before they jump in. I don't know. Hopefully that's understandable. I don't know, but that's, I think, where it's at. Take it or leave it. Can't see how Fallon could possibly squirm out of this one. Well, I've been seeing, I'm actually going to go over and check out a Reddit post, probably maybe after I'm done here with you guys, talking about how Fallon maybe has I don't know, possibly he may know what's going on and that he may have some issues about it or something. I got to go read the Reddit post and see what it was all about. I only know kind of little hints of it, but the film crew can get footage from the news media. Yeah, they can. If the news media was there, they can get it from these college. If it was, as Finn was saying, if it's these college kids doing a documentary about social media or whatever, well, then that will probably be a public thing that they can that they'll be able to approach those kids and get the rights to use their footage of rally or something like that, right? So that's where I think that's probably at. See, Rusty, certainly they agreed to be filmed and to participate in the years-long filming. There's a lot of great quality footage out there. Maybe they can just use it. That's what I'm saying. There's going to be all kinds of stuff that they can use. All kinds of stuff that's been uploaded on social media that they can just use basically for free because it was made public. You know, if it's uploaded publicly for anybody to see, you know, then it's basically free game, right? So if it takes time to put the footage together and there was a Wi-Fi issue at Rally that made it hard to go live for long periods, yeah, there was. I could only go for 10 minutes and then I would get purple snow. It was ridiculous. That's why I started recording things on my GoPro. But now all that stuff is stuck on my GoPro. Anyway. Publicity is good, people. That's why the letter in KZ 2 days before was what it is. It is what it is. For the post, yes. Def checkout. Hawkins states Fallon was there and gone, was giving bones back. Must read. Okay. Well, that just sounds like page 1114 too, right? But okay. Of Queso, I mean. No big surprise there. Stevens' new lawsuit should be for $136 million. Back to the case. Judge Suck Flower is delaying ruling. Tracy is now saying that technically she wasn't given a deadline by the Court of Appeals. And so she's thinking that KZ may have to file with the Court of Appeals to compel a ruling from Judge Suk. So Purple Rain, yep, there you go. I think the Amish own the internet service there. No Rich Donovan this time. Nope. You were excellent. Thanks, L. Fallon. 90 days. Did you have any bad vibes while in Manitowoc? Or was the vibe all good everywhere you went? I didn't get any bad vibes. No, not at all. None. I mean, there was no issue. And like I said, I don't think there would be. They would be silly. They would be really silly with all this white hot attention and spotlight that's on them right now, right? I mean, with all of that, it would be about the stupidest thing that they could do to mess with any of these people that have traveled such long distances to come there to support Stephen and Brendan. If they were to do anything to mess with those people, anybody, it would go bad. It would be a very bad publicity for them. It would just make all of this, it would rehash it again and make it all more, it would just reopen the wound on it and stuff. I doubt that, they're trying to get people to forget about this. And so if they were to start hassling us and me or any other supporter when we come there for rally, that would only be bad for them because they want as little attention on this as possible, and that would create a lot of attention for them. People would suddenly be going, oh, whoa, they're hassling rally people that are traveling to their state now. Oh, wow. That would be, you can see how that would look bad, and they probably won't be that stupid. And again, look at this case, the key, the bones, everything. So maybe they are that stupid. But they weren't this year anyway, and they weren't last year. I had no problems at all in any way in last year or this year in terms of with city officials or law enforcement or anything like that. Nothing. Flowers will delay she as long as she can. I was actually see Scott Ferris didn't hear many guilters. Yeah, and I was actually impressed this year because I didn't actually hear anybody like yell from the cars like anything negative. Anything I heard was positive, and the people that were negative, I guess, were no longer feeling so boisterous, I guess, to offer us their jeers and their boos and their, FUs or whatever, right? There wasn't really any of that this year. There was last year, but there wasn't really any of that this year. And I thought that was interesting. I thought maybe that's with the development of MAM2 and now with this new development with the violation of statute that maybe those people there are now having reason to doubt. And so now aren't acting so rude towards the people that are calling it into question. Right? So I thought that was interesting. But yeah, didn't see a whole lot of that this year. See, I think it was the Chorizo Scrambler. You guys can go over to Paul Capaldi's channel. If you want anybody out there, you can go over to Paul Capaldi's channel. He recorded me making chorizo and egg in Wisconsin. 2 parts to it. He's got 2 parts to it. If you want to go check it out. So it's me making chorizo and egg in Scrambler, as Sharon calls it, while we were in Wisconsin at Rally House. So if you guys are interested, you can do that afterward. Why would they fuss with a white guy? They fussed with internet hotspots. That's funny. Maybe Al Fallon. See, Mind Shock. They will do anything to avoid a retrial. Yeah, I mean it's like, they really, really want this to die down. They just want people to stop paying attention or lose, like all those of us who are supporting, they want us to just get tired of it and bored with it and whatever and just walk away. That's what they're hoping for. That is exactly precisely what they've been hoping for this whole time. No matter what comes out, they just stay silent. They shut up. They don't say anything. And they just continue to not say anything. Okay? All right? And then we have Judge Suck, who clearly is in like mind with the DOJ in the state of Wisconsin, basically on this bit. No matter what comes out, they're all towing the line, right? So it's going to be interesting to hopefully see it all come down. But now it's going through the courts. I mean, Judge Sook can go ahead and craft herself a decision on this where she's going to deny and whatever and send it back to the Court of Appeals, right? But now that it gets added to Stevens' appeal. And then this is going to get taken through higher courts. So we'll see if it holds up in the higher courts. Whatever Judge Sook is going to try to say to avoid the hearing, right? Anyway. The title? What do you mean the title? What is this about? Do you not see the title, Phoenix? Anyway. You can tell me. Phoenix, this is about making a murderer, a documentary on Netflix, Stephen Avery and Brendan Dassey. That's what we're talking about here. I'm still waiting on my first check. T1. That's hilarious. All right. So, I mean, it was a great day at Rally. Lot of really exuberant, just really really fun supporters. I have this here. You guys see I haven't gotten my studio put quite back together yet, right? Here, let me show you. Everybody recognize this? Right? So, I haven't even gotten to put that back up yet. All right, look. This was given to me by Penelope Muldoon from Australia. Okay? This is a flag with the Australia symbol on or whatever, and then it has a kangaroo with boxing gloves on. It's freaking awesome. I can't wait to hang this. All right. The other thing that I was able to get is Wrecking Crew member Zelma and her family showed up to rally, and they had their own little Wrecking Crew shirts that they had designed, and Zelma, her husband, and her kids were all wearing these. So this is the one they gave me. So this is what it looks like on the front. I loved this. This was so awesome. And they gave me one. And then on the back, it was designed by her daughter. That was the other thing. So, and then here, and they meant to enter this into the little thing that we did when we were designing the rally shirt. They were trying to get this entered in to be in the running or whatever. I think it's brilliant. I love this thing. I mean, I love the one I'm wearing too. Here, let me show you. I mean, I love this one too because obviously it has my name up here and stuff. And then look at the back. You can see the back. Right? So, but I just thought that was way cool. So that was something else, memories of rally that I can keep forever, pleasant memories, fun memories. And yeah, this shirt was brilliant. Designed by the daughter of Wrecking Crew member Zelma. So, thought that was really cool. I mean, rally was just really a lot of fun. There was so much that going on. The Wrecking Crew and I mean, staying at the house, we had Denise Rainey, Julie Pom Pom, Linda K. Breuer, Linda K. listening, her friend Wanda. We had Paul Capaldi, his wife Eunice, and Julie Pom Pom's son. Let me see. I think that's all of them. All right. So that's it. Oh, and Allie Apperson, we have there as well. And so we had all these people there, and it was so much fun. But we were having a great old time over there at the house, especially Paul. It was he was, you guys are gonna have to keep your eye on Denise Rainey's channel. I'm telling you, she's gonna have a bunch of stuff popping up there that is just hilarious. But it was so much fun getting to hang out with these members of the Wrecking Crew who I'm, like super, super close with. We talk a lot through private messages and through Discord and then on videos like this, when we do little discussions and stuff like that. So, it was so much fun. It's like next year I'm planning for longer. Next year, I'm planning to take I'm gonna get a Monday through Friday off, and I'm like literally gonna leave on a Friday night and arrive on a Saturday morning, stay the entire week until the next weekend on Sunday, and then fly home on Sunday again, so that I'm like basically gonna have 9 days. Because man, I was running around like a chicken with my head cut off, trying to get like everything that I could get, because I had that mishap at Eagle Nation, where only 5 minutes of a 25-minute live uploaded, only 5 minutes of it. I was just like, So on Sunday, before I had to go catch my plane, I had to go back over to Eagle Nation Cycles and record my walkthrough again and all that. So that was a bummer because I missed out on the other reasons why you need to go over to Denise Rainey's channel, because I missed out on the cow whispering. Oh my God, dude. Go over to Denise Rainey's channel and put in Cow Whisperer or Cow Whispering. Put it in, do it. Oh my God. It's hilarious, dude. So the Wrecking Crew here, we got a bunch of characters, but no, we're all real close and everything. We're calling it, Wrecking Crew, Real World Manitowoc and everything. And maybe it kind of was, but we were all having a great time and we were all just very much enjoying each other's company. And it was just absolutely phenomenal. And being at Rally and seeing all the supporters there and at that party afterwards, seeing all the supporters gathered together. Stacy played his songs. And yes, I have it all recorded. Every bit of Stacy playing acoustic at the party, even some of it playing with Rick Mahler. Okay, for those of you who don't know who that is, that's Rick Mahler was a juror. Okay, that was released or whatever, right? Rick Mahler was there. He's also a musician. So for the first couple songs, he sits in with Stacy. I have it all recorded, and I will upload it as soon as I get a cable for my GoPro, because I don't know why TSA. I don't know what TSA did, if it was inadvertent or what, but they lost my cable. They lost something else too, or they confiscated that. I don't know. So anyway, but I gotta get a new cable to get this footage off my GoPro. And of course, a GoPro doesn't use like a normal mini USB or any other normal kind of connector like I would have laying around in spades. Nope, it's a very special, unique connector. And anyway. Check out latest Manitowoc Minute. He has calves and how to avoid the kickers. Twins and men are sitting at 10 by 10 right now. Yep. Looking forward to those videos. Ziggy, I missed out on the love by not being able to make it. Dude, it was so awesome. And it was a party. They seized your pot. Whose pot? Who are you talking to, Travis? Somebody in here fucking talking about getting their pot stolen? Shouldn't bring it. Don't bring it. Wisconsin they're not nice about that. So you should probably just leave it home. I was referring to first time at Eagle Nation. Oh, the pot. Yeah, okay. Yeah, there you go. Is the rally the same day like this year? It's the way they calculate it is the second Saturday in June. That's the way that's how they set it up. I was overzealous banging on the table and kept knocking over Erekose. Oh, my camera. Yeah. Finn did that at one point. Although I can't blame her. I love her for banging on the table the way because that's the part of the song where Stacy's playing and then he goes dun 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 dun. You're right, so I love it. I love banging on the table at that point too. But I was just like, oh my God, my camera's facing the wrong way. But at least just to be able to hear it for that, it only gets knocked off for maybe about probably 15 seconds, I think. But otherwise, it's all you get the visual. So, but yeah, it got turned when we were banging. Stayed glued to my computer just in case there was something to see. You said TSA confiscated something else. Just wondering. Oh, pot knife. Oh, I see what you mean. No, it was my. It was a trimmer, like it was a trimmer. I don't know. It's not. It's no longer in my. And that's the bag. That's the one bag that TSA kind of was going through because my plane was about to leave. It was leaving like really insanely early, and so they were trying to help me, I guess, but I don't know what happened. There's things missing, so just those two things, but it's weird. So that's why I'm inclined to think when they were looking through, they might have fallen and they didn't realize it. And I was, quickly running into my plane. So anyway. Not going to be another rally. If there's not another rally, there will be a celebration party, folks. Oh, they grabbed his chorizo. Oh yeah, did you guys see in the part when I was live and I was on the balcony at the lake house there where we were staying, and Paul came out of the back door and he was shaking the chorizo at me. I found that to be highly disturbing, you know. Wouldn't have helped. It was really overzealous. Leave the honey at home, guys. And no, the guys needed a shave and a spare cable for for their GoPros. Yeah. No, I think it fell or something. I mean, I think it was her. I think she was just being quick and just didn't realize she had dropped something. Although that, I don't know. I would think the trimmer would have hit the ground and made a pretty big noise. The cable, I can imagine, would hit the ground and make no noise. But anyway, whatever. It is what it is. Yeah. Paul was shaking his sausage at me. Yep, he definitely was. As cool as you guys got to go to the salvage, I bet it was pretty intense. There where all that corruption went on. Popos. Yeah, and I took pictures of myself with the garage and the trailer. I took about 4 different pictures with the buildings in the background behind me, and posted them on Facebook. So Sausage Gate, there it is. All in all, great job at the rally. Thank you for representing. Yep. Thank you for tuning in, Scott. Thanks for including us for who couldn't be there. Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, there's going to be a lot of stuff between me and Denise and probably even Allie. I imagine some of this footage is going to come from Allie as well. And Paul, you can count on. I'm pretty sure you can count on more stuff from Paul. I'm sure he's got more stuff in his phone that he hasn't uploaded yet. So anyway, I would have expected a cocktail sausage. If there's a rally next year and the boys are still locked up, I will come and introduce Scott to some alternative interview techniques. Ah, there you go. Any idea when you will upload the first vid? From my phone tonight. I don't know how long it'll take. It's different for me when I have to upload from my phone because it's not hardwired. It goes through Wi-Fi and it doesn't upload as fast as my computer does, because my computer is hardwired with a fiber optic connection and everything. So it's, it uploads faster. Things upload faster. Travis didn't make it to rally. We were all very disappointed. And that is a point that I brought up to the gentleman that interviewed me, because they talked about the adverse effect that sometimes the mentality of supporters, when we get kind of ahead of steam and everything, and so they were asking me about the potential effect of that and stuff, and so I immediately answered by saying, well, personally on my channel, I don't approve of that, and I vocally poo-poo it, or advise against it, and request that people don't do that sort of stuff, and I said, to put a finer point on it, to make it more understandable, we'll use the instance of Manitowoc County Sheriff's Department and Manitowoc County Police Department. After MAM won, people were outraged. They were totally outraged and pissed off, and they wanted to make, Manitowoc County Sheriff's Department feel their wrath. Here's the problem. A lot of people out there, particularly people that are from out of the United States, had difficulty differentiating between police and sheriff. So when they ended up looking it up online, a lot of people were looking up Manitowoc County Police or Manitowoc Police Department. And when they did that, they got an entirely different thing than the sheriff's department. And so the police department was getting all kinds of hate from all kinds of people all over the world. And they hadn't done a thing. They didn't deserve it. And so what I told these guys interviewing me is I said, so I constantly tell people that they need to be careful and they need to be, under control with their support and base what they're saying in the facts, because we don't want stuff like that. Because all we did is take an entity that may not have been against Stephen and Brendan necessarily, but because of something that very unpleasant that happened to them that was completely out of their control, they might have an opinion, a very, very polarized opinion now. And that was what I was telling these guys. So, and I still believe that, folks, everything I just said. So just remember, mental notes, right? Chuck was at the rally. Yes, he was. He was at the rally, and he was in the picture with us in front of the Avery sign, and yeah. Be back in a second. Yes, sure, and sunshine. That's what I am considering doing. I am getting too much lag. Via an Ethernet cable, correct, Sharon, yes. Ethernet cable, and then, but my modem connects to a fiber optic line, super fast. That is unfortunate. Thank you for continuing to shed light for supporters. Rusty, there is a fine line when interviewing there. People, even family, are still a bit shocked and not necessarily wanting to be interviewed. I'm from the West Coast, Rock. It was awesome getting a chance to meet you at Rally. It was great to meet everyone at Rally. If you were there, Sela, did you let me know who you were? Did you tell me you were Sela? Sila? So it seems like it went okay. Yeah, it went very well. It went very well. Hey, man, I'm here to pass time. My favorite actor just died, as you probably heard. Sorry to hear that, Will Ray. Is that a Justice for Brendan bracelet? This one? Yeah, this is the same one I've been wearing forever. And then I have another one right here. This is one I got when I was there this year. Oh, right there. And then I have 4 others. I broke one once. And so I had Barb send me a bunch. Is there a full moon tonight? Ow! Yeah, totally. Eric is from my stomping grounds, sort of. I assume that your stomping grounds are somewhere on the West Coast. Oh, it was great to meet you too, Sela. Robert De Niro, car crash outside Dodger Stadium along with Jackie Earl Haley. Really? Robert De Niro? I haven't heard that, but if Robert De Niro has in fact died in a car crash, that would be tragic. Horribly. You were so blonde outside your hair. I mean, not the BIM. Donnie was busy sending it. He died. Somebody's saying that Robert De Niro died in a car crash. It may be fake news. I don't know. I personally am not willing to say it's the truth right now until I can go and verify it myself. But because I don't know who William Ray Macy is here, or William Ray Percy is, so I have to go hear it from someone that I actually know and trust. Yeah, could very well be false news. Absolutely, smart folks. All right, so so we got to go over to the salvage yard, and we got to walk around there. Of course, that's kind of generally what happens every year, and go over there for an hour or so. And it was always interesting getting to go and just look at the lay of the land there again, and that sort of stuff. So it was very interesting. The film crew tried to come over there, but they weren't allowed. So it was funny. But no, all of us supporters got to go in there, and we got to hang out for a bit and walk around the trailer and that sort of stuff. And then I don't know, after about maybe a half hour or so of hanging out there, then we all went over by the sign, the big Avery salvage sign that's out at the right where you turn on Avery Road to go to the salvage yard out by the highway. And we all went out there and took a big picture. You guys can see that. Kathleen Zellner retweeted that, so you can see that on her tweets. Hey, Don. Nothing on Google confirming it. Okay, I figured that might be the case. Yes, he died. Internet hoax. With a name like Will Ray, how can you not believe that? Fake news, it seems, killed on the internet. There you go. Fake news. I thought it might be, folks. Rusty Shackelford not putting up with negative comments tonight. There you go, Rusty. I tried to warn you earlier, dude. My mods are warning you. Do you think I'm gonna disagree with them? Because they're doing their job. De Niro's right behind home plate. There you go. Seems all quiet lately. What's the latest? We're all waiting for Judge Sook, Falcon. That's where we're at. Tracy's saying that KZ might have to file something with the Court of Appeals to kind of cause the Court of Appeals to give Judge Sook a kick in the butt and get her to, get off her duff on this. But she's taking her sweet time right now, and it's like KZ was saying in one of her tweets, I think, that she's taking an extra long time to write this judgment because she's hoping to be able to write it in such a way that it won't get thrown back in her face. So yeah, it's taking an extra long time. She's excruciating over it, right? Yeah. So that's where we're at. De Niro is saying he would be very interested to see what his obituary says. Let's see. Falcon William Judge S. I was so thanks in December. Falcon has been doing great design work. Absolutely. I feel like this case is going the way of the Moeller flying car. Not sure what that even means, Falcon. Erekose, it was nice meeting you at Raleigh. I am off to bed as I am on Wisconsin time. Yeah, so it's 12 for you, almost midnight for you. All right, bye, Julie. It was great to meet you as well. So yeah, we got to go over to the yard, hang out there. I took the picture in front of the sign, and then we all headed over to the little party over at the Baymont. And there was pizza there, but Julie, Pom Pom, I, and her son went somewhere else because they had pizza the night before where they were, and I had pizza the night before, and that's what they ordered at the party. And I was just kind of like, I don't want pizza again. So we ended up going to this place called the Smokehouse Barbecue, just a little ways away from the courthouse, basically, or from the hotel. And it was so good. It was brilliant. It was so freaking good, man. We got some stuffed jalapenos, some fried mushrooms, and I got the house chicken tacos, chicken soft tacos. Oh my god, they were freaking delicious. Anyway, so that's where we went. Anyway, we went back to the party over at the hotel, and a lot of things went down there. Okay, so the one thing they had done is Mark had bought a guitar, and had give it to Stacy or whatever. And Stacy had used that guitar to play his music at the party, and he played, I think, 5 or 6 songs. There was an intermission at one point, and so that was that guitar. That guitar was being raffled off after Stacy was done playing. It would get raffled off to somebody, and so everybody was buying the raffle tickets for it, and it raised, I think the number was $560 or $580 was raised by the raffle, and that's going to get split, just like the Mammothon money. That's going to get split. Half goes to Brendan, half goes to Steven. Which reminds me, I probably need to do another transparency video for the donation money. So that's good that I thought of that. Anyway, so out of that's getting split up and getting split between Stephen and Brendan's canteens. So that's cool. Then Jamie Hart here, Mr. Sam William Henry 582, he actually shipped one of his guitars, an electric guitar, to Mark Hodnott's room. And so at this party, I brought the guitar out, and we did a little thing with Jamie on the phone on a video chat, and where we had Stacy open it up, and Stacy pulled it out, and he was just like, "Oh wow," and he's like, it was really fun. And I thought I was worried he might, say, "Oh well, I can't get it on the plane," but he was willing to ship it. Make sure he wanted to. He actually wanted it, so he was actually going to get it shipped. So that was pretty awesome. So raffle was for the acoustic guitar, correct? Jamie gave Stacy an electric guitar, which Stacy shipped home, correct? Mm-hmm. So and it was very well received. I think it'll make it to Denman safely. They're reusing the same packaging you used, which it looked perfect when it got there. So if they're reusing that same packaging, I think it'll be fine. Stacy will be hard rock before we know it. There you go. Why so sensitive? Oh, dude, you just keep coming back and asking the annoying questions, don't you, dude? You just can't seem to help yourself. You're a good egg too, up Falcon. Careful, this is your last warning. So there was the party. So then we have, obviously, Stacy played on the acoustic guitar that Mark bought that got raffled off. He played several songs. He played, Avery Road, Illusion of Justice, Mama and Papa Avery, I Think It Matters, and which one? Truth Train. So he played those, and I think it was just those. Maybe he played one more, but anyway, he played those definitely, and it was a lot of fun. It was just, I mean, it was really cool. And so I have all that performing, that performance on my GoPro. I just got to get a cable for it so I can pull it all off. And yeah, it was just a lot of fun. There was a lot of people there, very excited, very happy people, very, just, it was such a great atmosphere with just a lot of positive energy that was just, it was just a real pleasure. And, I just, every time I take a trip, I just find it so rewarding. The trip last year to Manitowoc to, this whole, to Raleigh last year was just rewarding. This year going to Australia was just phenomenally rewarding. It was so awesome. And then now going to Manitowoc again and getting to meet up with some of the really, some of the people in the wrecking crew that I'm really super close to, that I talk to on a regular basis. That was just awesome. I mean, we had a blast. We had so much fun. It was, I know everybody was feeling anxious about it beforehand, but I think exactly what I kind of said would happen is pretty much exactly what happened. Everybody, by the time it was time to say goodbye, everybody was like getting weepy. Nobody wanted to say goodbye. You know what I mean? So I know I was bummed. I had to leave earlier on Sunday than I really wanted. And what really sucks about that is that leaving earlier didn't really mean I got home earlier, because I ended up stuck on a 4-hour layover in Minnesota before I could get back home to where I am, and I ended up, like I said, getting in at 12:30. It was just it's like, if I would have spent 2 less hours in Minnesota, I would have definitely gotten home earlier and been able to get some proper sleep for the long day that was ahead of me. Anyway, whatever. It is what it is. That's all water under the bridge now, but that was a pretty rough day. I'll tell you what. That's what I was talking. Oh, Stacy showed up. Hey, what's up, Stacy? How's it going, buddy? That's the crazy Canadian there himself in the flesh, sort of, on social media. I ear bash my clients about the case. That's funny, Michelle. Stop rubbing it in. Me and Ziggy are greeting here. Erekose. Next year, a week there. Yeah, well, that's kind of what I'm planning, Jamie. I'm already thinking that way. Only reason I didn't do it this year, I would have probably done a week this year, but because I did Australia, I just felt like that was pushing it with my boss, especially just 2 months later. I mean, it wasn't like there was 6 months between or anything like that. It would just been me asking for another week 2 months later, and I felt that might possibly stick in his craw, or or he'll just say no, and I didn't even want to give him the chance to do that. So I just wanted to keep it reasonable for now, because he was pretty cool about letting me go to Australia for a week. So I'm gonna go ahead, and I went ahead and just decided that I'll just do it the weekend again, but next year definitely looking to do it a whole week. So and I cried on each other's shoulders. I posted a lengthy one the other day, and my auntie DM'd me asking what it was about. Needless to say, the reply was super long. Hey, just getting back to normal. Oh, really? I've been normal, dude. I had to go to work yesterday, and I was on the job until 7:30. Yeah. And I'd gone to sleep at 2 a.m. I've not even been a little later than that. That was crazy. Let's see, Stacy, was great to meet you at Raleigh. Tall guy from Chicago with the Bulls hat. I am in for it, saving up for it now. Hey, you know what? You don't want to miss it again, right, Jamie? Dude, come on. Sam William Henry 582. So yeah, you definitely don't want to miss it again, dude. What you need to, if you absolutely need to, you need to be saving up for a replacement babysitter for yourself if the need arises, right? No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, if there's a rally next year, there needs to be sledgehammers and bolt cutters to break the boys out. Stacy, check out doc on Netflix about Bob Dylan. Some great footage on getting Hurricane released. I don't know if I would trust law enforcement in Manitowoc for an entire week. Look how much they planted in that time. Ziggy Tumbleweed has gone past us at the weekend. Not missing it. And I will make sure T1 coming. Yeah, hey, dude. Yeah, there you go. And T1, you better be there next year, dude. It was too quiet and I felt so dusty. Anyway, what else do we got here? And it's just as slowly disappears. There you go. Finn got it. I'm in there like swimwear, brother. Good, because we want to see you. I could have probably used your help managing the Havering Scotsman. No, I'm just kidding. No, but that's another thing. I mean, I've pretty much gone through all the stuff at Rally here, but got to go over and check out Denise's channel, folks. She's gonna have some little, I would call it like featurettes, like the little tiny little, like the little things I did for Mamathon, where like Mark went to go see Steven, or or where Mark played Mama and Papa Avery for Steven on the phone, and things like that. So where I did those little featurettes, I think Denise is gonna have plenty of stuff for you guys to find to be very funny or entertaining, just showing us having fun at Raleigh 2019, showing the good times we're having. And hopefully by watching this stuff, more and more people will decide they want to be there next year, or that they need to be there for the release party if that happens first, right? We want everybody. Go check these things out, share them around, because we just had so much of a good time. And like I said, Denise has got all kinds of footage. She's a pro, dude. I'm here on YouTube with 6,000 subscribers, but she is a pro. You know what I mean? And I was learning a lot from watching her, and I'm definitely going to be getting a charger, a backup battery, so that I can charge my cell phone in the future if I need to, without being near an electrical outlet. So that's one thing that she let me use that was pretty awesome. So like I said, she's a pro. I learned a couple things from watching Denise go. So she's going to be uploading some stuff, really funny stuff, some stuff just, of them going and doing the things that they did on Sunday. They went and had a very interesting day on Sunday. Okay. So her and Allie and Linda, you're going to see that there's some very, and Wanda, there's just going to be some very fun and interesting stuff for everybody to see. So I'm going to have to pick up my bass sometime this year then, Pick up my... Oh, your bass guitar, right. There you go, Finn. I have 3 of those in my purse at all times. And a flashlight. And... Sorry, Ziggy and I are just kidding. We had each other for company. I burned the candle at both ends, baby. Yeah. I've been doing that for 3 years now. Well, well, you can look at it as I was missing out on what you guys were doing, or I can look at it as you guys were missing out on what I was doing over at Eagle Nation Cycles. So there, Finn, neener. Anyways. Oh, Mr. Capaldi showed up, folks. Uh-oh. Havercraft. No, you guys got to go over to Denise's channel and see the video of Paul and his wife Eunice singing. It's awesome. It's brilliant. Squints always misses stuff in the chat. Yeah, sometimes. And stop calling me Squints, fool. What is it you're complaining about that I missed, T1? Never mind. I'm just going to move on. Great to meet you at Rally, Paul. What case will you all move on to once the boys are out and we have nothing to discuss anymore? Well, if Scott Davis isn't out yet, I'll be putting more focus onto that case. And I can't tell you what case I'll choose to pick up at that point, but I guarantee you it's probably going to involve wrongful conviction of youth, or what I believe is a wrongful conviction of youth. That's my answer, I guess. But remember, I am also very much invested in what's going on with the Scott Davis case over in Georgia. But yeah, because of making a murderer, and it's the first thing I've ever looked into, and I'm still kind of learning about how the law works. Thankfully, I have people like Travis and Tracy Struncy to help me kind of learn and get on board here. But for a long time, I didn't have those things. And so I'm still kind of coming along, but hopefully at some point, I'll be able to, be more, well, anyway. I will definitely, after Making a Murderer gets resolved, I will have a lot more time. I will have learned a lot, and hopefully I can take on maybe 2 more cases. But right now I feel very much at my capacity with the cases I'm following, and the amount of my time that is required to keep up with them. I gotta keep it at a low number for now, and so it's Making a Murderer, Scott Davis, and to be honest, right now the third would be Eagle Nation Cycles, the Michael Funk situation. Those are really right now the 3 big ones, but there are a couple other cases that I am, somewhat monitoring and interested in. But like I said, if MAM goes away, I'm going to definitely be looking to follow the case of what I believe is a wrongful conviction of youth. Certainly, that's definitely a direction I'm going to be going in, because that's something I'm very passionate about. I'm only following this one really, and I feel like I'm at capacity. I know what you mean, Finn. From the beautiful South. I'm moving on to the SA and BD civil suit. There you go, T1. Scott's case is more effed up than a football bat. A football bat? That's funny. I have wondered whether you ever sleep. I do. About 4 or 5 hours every night I sleep. And then on weekends, I'll tend to have on Saturdays, I usually have about a 4 or a 5 hour nap. And that's basically my body kind of saying, we want a little more rest. But that's what allows me to keep burning the candle at both ends, so that we can keep this awareness going and keep everybody excited, keep everybody interested, right? That's what it's all about. It's a tough job. Fall asleep thinking about this case, trying to make connections. Exactly. I mean, I got into this because I couldn't stop thinking about this crap. And then I started looking into it, and that got worse. And then I really couldn't stop thinking about it, right? It was just like, oh, man, dude. This case makes your head hurt, right? Hey there, Scooby. How you doing? What's your question, Hinda Sound? I'm getting ready to wrap up here, folks. So, but if you have a question there, Hinda Sound. Scooby was at rally, folks. We got to meet actual Scooby, the dog. Wait, where is the accent from? What accent? Night, y'all. Nice to pop in. See you later, Stacy. That's goodbye. Everybody say bye to the crazy Canadian. Bye, crazy Canadian guy. And, bro, where are you from? West Coast, Ollie. West Coast. Hope that's a sufficient enough answer. United States. I'm speaking English, dude. and I don't have a British accent, so kind of narrows it down, doesn't it? No, Funk didn't have a suit pending, but his partner did. See you later, musical genius. Let's see. Did Michael Funk have a lawsuit pending? Okay, no, but Steve Arado. Well, it's mainly Steve Arado that had a case going because of a 2012 raid that was done at the shop, which Lieutenant Hoffer was in charge of. Where there's a missing 20 seconds of footage, and suddenly something that wasn't there prior to the 20 seconds being removed is suddenly sitting there on the top of a file cabinet, and Hoffer's going, "Hey, Chief, look!" Anyway, I'm going to be uploading that here pretty soon, by the way, folks. I'm, just haven't gotten a chance to do it. I got like 3 pages of notes of people that I need to get to contacting about the Michael Funk case. People involved, people close to the case, the hostages. I got all this. I got a bunch of, and then just a bunch of leads, names of people that they think I should go and try and track down and see if I can get them to talk to me about. So I've got like 3 pages of notes that I walked out of Eagle Nation with. So that's something that's going to be happening. Now, I already know that they've talked to some of these people that are on my notes, and that a couple of them, some of them, are actually quite eager to talk to me and tell me what's on their mind. So that's coming. That's something we got coming too. So I was working hard while I was in Wisconsin, and I was trying to make every second count. I really was. So some crazy YouTuber bought the town of Hell, Michigan, and changed the name to, oh wow. Paul don't know whether he stayed at Chicago. I need to move there and run for mayor. All right. Well, so that's basically a pretty basic, overview of what happened at Raleigh there. It was a lot of fun. So many people, so many smiling faces, so many people chanting, and screaming and all that stuff, and creating awareness for Stephen and Brendan. It was absolutely marvelous. It was great to see. I mean, there was just so many people. It really, to me, seemed bigger than it was last year. And some of the people that were at last year's were actually holding a very significant rally over in Philadelphia this year. Really, really kind of a pretty big rally over there as well. There was another big rally in London. You can see the pictures of this stuff on Facebook. You guys go and join the Facebook groups. But yeah, It's absolutely phenomenal to see, and it's great. I mean, I'm happy that the Philadelphia and London rallies were such a success. I mean, let's see if we can get some more countries in on it next year, or for the release party or whatever, right? Let's see if we can get some more countries popping up with a rally, and posting the pictures on Facebook and stuff, so that we can say more countries, all the eyes, or eyes all around the world are on Manitowoc, right? I'd love it if we could get some rallies to pop up in some other countries. I know Ireland's done rallies. I don't know if they did one this year, but they have done rallies. But if we get next year for it to just start popping up all over the world, where there's like a rally somewhere in many countries around the world, that would be huge. That would be awesome. And that might even be a, pretty newsworthy event. You know what I mean? Like, it might get noticed on a bigger scale. So anyways, all right. I am worn out, folks. Oh, I'm still recovering from the trip. Got a couple kinks in my back that are really starting to hurt. So, that was a lot of what I had going on at Rally, just talking about all of it and how it felt and what it was like, and just the general good feeling of it all. They were giving these guys out at Rally, by the way. If you showed up, you got one of these. It's a little button. It says we all live on Avery Road. Whoops. Yeah, this thing's stupid. My camera is like on crack or something. Anyway, it says we all live on Avery Road. I got a few other pins that they handed out at Rally. A lot of fun. So, all right. So, I say we go out on a Stacy song. Right? Yep, I saw your vest, Scoobs. It was awesome. All right. You guys ready? Here we go on the way out. If you haven't already, please hit subscribe. And let's listen to little Stacy Seabrook here.
So let's keep talking about Avery. Yeah, let's keep talking till he's set free. Oh, you just listen, I think you'll see why it matters. Really matters. Put aside the documentary, the state's version ludicrousy. Oh, all their claims so blatantly get torn to tatters. I think that matters. I bet you heard about Hood Lack Sweat, but maybe you ain't heard this yet. 19 more times the DNA that was left anywhere else that day. I think that matters. I really do. I think it matters. An ex-boyfriend with a day planner page, and yet they did not investigate. And who knows why, and who can say why he was signed into the crime scene that day. I think that matters. I really do. I think it matters. About the barrel that once was seized, but then returned to the Averys. The bones were found the next day, but not one photograph exists of where they lay. I think that matters. I really do. I think it matters. I could go on listing things off. 80 more things. I just keep on singing these songs till every freedom rings. I said it matters. It really, I know it matters. It could be you, I think it matters. It could be me, I know it matters. Work with Casey, it matters. I said it matters. It really matters.
All right, folks. Be good. We'll see you next time.